I went to Aldi to do my grocery shopping instead of using Instacart like I usually do, because during the school year we use Instacart for Aldi pickup, and over the summer, since my husband is home, we shop in person instead. And we did this last year, and I think we did it the year before, or we did it inconsistently the year before. But people have asked, hey, is there a really big markup? And I have been answering this question based upon a year ago, based upon within 5 years. And I was curious to see if my answer of things are not inflated more than 10 cents. And on average, we spend $5 more. And I looked back, we spent about $10 more a week. And last summer and previous times, I do say it's worth it, because while I am not necessarily ooh, that looks good, let's get it, my husband is, and he fully admits it. I stick to the list, or if I have to deviate because something's out of stock, I try to find something comparable in price. And if the budget allows for an extra goodie treat, sure. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. My husband does enjoy, ooh, look at that shiny new thing. And he fully admits it. I'm throwing him under the bus publicly, but it's well known around this neck of the woods or something. Anyway, is it still worth it? Is what I was saying it's been accurate? I put in to Instacart my grocery shopping from Tuesday, and there was just a couple things out of stock, so I found what Instacart charges for them anyway in a different product. So, if something is $6.69 in Instacart and it was out of stock, so it wouldn't let me put it in the cart, I found something else that was $6.69. So it wasn't the same product, but it was the same price, just so I can get an overall total. And with Instacart and Aldi, because you're not bringing your own bags, you do have to pay for bags, and they do tax the bags, and they're like 10 or 20 cents a piece. There's really no way to predict how many bags you're going to get. It depends who is packing the bags, how much you're getting, if they double bag it because it's heavy. But here's what I noticed, and I have not been speaking accurately. I was shocked to see when last summer and previous times the average inflation was like 10 cents a product. Sometimes things were the same price, and some things were cheaper because like Instacart was holding their own sale type of deal. Some things were 30 to 40 cents more. And a couple things were the same price as Aldi. Nothing was cheaper. And of course, that's this week. Who knows what the heck next week will bring. But I was shocked to see that. I was not anticipating it. And I apologize for misrepresenting that, because I just didn't know. I didn't have up-to-date, right now information. So our order today would have been $14.02 more pre-tax, pre-paper bags. Now, is that just $4 more than like last summer? Just $4 more. I mean, it's more. Yes. Why does that rub me wrong this year than last year when it is just a $4 increase? I have no idea why, but it does. To me, saying it's $10 more versus $14 more, I don't know why that hits me differently, but it does. And I guess seeing that things were so much more inflated, where the products themselves were not that much more than they were last summer on the things we're purchasing. Like, are they more on like meats and things? Absolutely. We just don't buy a lot of like butcher meat products. So I'm talking my usual items. And we don't buy organic or gluten-free items, which have seen increases as well. So I am disappointed at the amount of inflation Instacart put on things. So yeah. So does the question say, hey, are you still going to shop using Instacart? I mean, depending upon what happens with my husband's next job, I mean, I don't know. In this season of life with one car, caregiving, everything, it is an extremely helpful tool to have. And I don't know. It's hard for us personally, and I know so many people will just go shop it yourself on the weekend. And time is so valuable when so much of your day is spent caregiving and homeschooling, that on the weekends when my husband is home and we can devote our time more to the family dynamic and to doing other things in the house that I don't get to during the week because of what my weekdays are like, to say I'm going to go grocery shop. And like today it took like 3 hours. There was rain we had to battle. And I don't know when I'm posting this, but on Tuesday, I shouldn't say today, on Tuesday when I went, we had to wait in the store an extra like 30 minutes while the rain let up a little bit. So that added on time. But by the time like of beginning and ending, it was almost 3 hours. And that's okay. And that's also because I have my kids heavily involved in the process of keeping track of prices and finding the items and putting back items if we decide not to get them, and making decisions on what to get, which I know other people may or may not do. So, that is just how we work it. But I just wanted to update that because I have been saying something that wasn't accurate, and I don't want to misrepresent something. But I am disappointed about the amount of inflation Instacart put on the products, especially from Aldi. But I can only imagine then elsewhere what the inflation on the products, say like from Publix or something. Okay, I just wanted to come on and update that. I hope you guys are doing okay, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.